review day. This is me just going over some problems that we did this week. In 1997, a study where people were observed for about 10 seconds in public places such as malls and restaurants to determine whether they smiled during randomly chosen 10-second intervals. The table below shows the results comparing males and females. So, part one, find and compare the sample percentages. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down these numbers so that way I can put it into my calculator. All right, so I'm going to take 3269 over 3269 plus 3806. That's the men. And for the females, 4471, 4278. All right, so I'm taking these numbers and then I go to my calculator. Let's do the females first. 4471. 4471 plus 4278. So 51% of the females. Now I'm going to do the men, right? So that's the number of people who did smile. 3269, 3806, and then 3269. So 46%. Now, so those are my percentages that I'm going to put in for this part, right? So this part I'm going to write 0.46, 0.51, okay? So, and I'm going to say this was male, and this was female. All right, treat this as though it were a random sample and test whether there are differences in the proportion of men and the proportion of women, right? So again, that formula, right, is we're going to take, let's do women, which is 0.51, minus men, 0.46. Now, what I have to do now, so I'm going to have to open up a new scientific calculator, Desmos Scientific, because I have to find the proportion of people who were smiling, regardless of gender. So for the men, that was 3269 plus 4471, right? So those are the people who are smiling. And then the bottom is going to be my totals. So I'm going to just add them with and this is the people who weren't smiling. This is the people who were smiling that were female. And this is the people who were not smiling that were female. All right. So my total percentage is 0.49. Right, I rounded it up, right, because this is a 9. So, so what I'm going to do now is it's going to be, and I'm just using this formula, that we went over when we learned about this, the square root of, p, which is 0.49, times 1 minus 0.49. And then I'm going to have to put that over. Now, right, this is my entire sample right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Yeah. All right. Never mind. Sorry, guys. And I'm just going to paste it over here. Okay. So for the women, the total number of women observed was 8749. And for the men, the total number of men observed is 3269 plus 3806. That's 7075. All right. So what I'm going to do now is, to finish this off, it's 1 over, it doesn't matter which sample size we choose, so 7075, that's for the men, plus 1 over 8749. Close that parentheses. Woo! Look at that Z statistic. Yeah, women did like huge. Yes, 6.3. So the answer is 6.3 for the Z statistic. And treat it as though and test whether there is a difference. There is a huge difference. And our p-value, they want us to look up the p-value. So all you have to do for that is just say p-value from Z statistic. All right, quick p-value from a Z-score calculator. All right, so 6.3 was the answer. We're going to just say it's two-tailed. And bam, look at that, 0.0001. The result is definitely less than 0.05. So we just go back here, paste it. Oh, sorry. Now, part C, a lot of you guys actually you were able to do part A and B very easily, but part C is something you guys struggled with. Explain why there's such a small p-value, even though there's such a small difference in sample percentages. And the reason being is the sample size is so large. Sample size is so large. It's in the thousands. It's close to 10,000 for each gender, right? So like that's why, right? Because the sample size is so large that sure there's only a 0.05 like 5% difference, but the sample size is so large that like it kind of says that yeah it might, it's a large sample size, but there's a definite difference between how many times men smile versus how many times women smile, right? But remember what we learned about. So yes, there is a difference, right? Statistically significant, yes. Is it practically significant? Is 5%, even if it's 1,000, is it practically significant? Something to think about. Is it practically significant 5% when we're talking about people smiling? Anyways, that was the lesson. I hope you guys are doing well. Good news coming out, so hopefully we'll see. But I hope you guys are keeping to a routine and keep up the great work. I really appreciate you.